And good morning everyone, welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're flying to Brisbane on Jetstar. At the height of the pandemic, Australia closed its borders with the rest of the world, and not just the rest of the world, even between states in the country, we were close to each other and we could not travel interstate unless you had a very good reason to do so, essential worker or compassionate reasons, and even then you had to apply for approval to travel interstate. So as you can imagine, domestic travel in Australia has just disappeared, and just look at the airport behind me. It's just so quiet, it's almost like a ghost town. Well, anyway, our borders have recently opened between South Australia and Queensland. That's why today we are going to Brisbane. I just want to see how the experience will be like traveling on Jetstar during this pandemic. And you can compare the difference, how things have changed. Interestingly, the last normal flight that I took was actually on Jetstar before all the borders were shut. Yep, so this morning we are going to fly them again to see how the experience is going to be like during this pandemic. So yeah, let's head into the airport now. Let's do this.
As the borders with Queensland opened the week before, I would have expected to see more people at the airport. But there was almost no one. A surreal environment greeted me as I was seemingly walking around on my own. Heading into the Qantas lounge, it was really just me and the staff for a long time afterwards. The usual array of breakfast food was available for selection. With COVID measures in place, you are not allowed to approach the buffet station. Just point to what you want and the staff station there will get it for you. Did I mention that I was alone? Okay, let's eat. Eventually, the lounge did fill up with just one other passenger. It's not every day you get the thrill of having the lounge all to yourself. As fun as that was, it was now time to head for the gates. At the boarding gate, there are flywheel packs similar to the ones used on Qantas available for passengers to pick up. Jetstar was strict about one pack per passenger. Whenever I'm flying economy class, I'd select seats at the rear of the aircraft so I can board from the rear stairs. Nothing beats the feeling of walking out onto the ramp, hearing and smelling the aircraft. Am I weird?
Once you've found your seat, put your larger bags into the overhead lockers and your smaller belongings underneath the seat in front of you, and try to keep the aisle clear so other customers can do the same. If you are sitting at an exit row or at a bulkhead, these are rows 1, 12 and 13, you need to put all your belongings into the overhead lockers. We strongly recommend you use the face mask provided to you during boarding whilst you're on board the aircraft. If you're feeling unwell now, or should you become unwell during the flight, please alert a crew member and follow their instructions. Finally, smoking is not permitted anywhere on board. Please let us know if you need any assistance. We'll be happy to help.
We soon lined up on runway 05. My favourite direction for takeoff when departing from Adelaide. as we climbed out and headed towards Brisbane. If you enjoy videos like these, why not subscribe to my channel? Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll know whenever I board another Jetstar flight. Alternatively, you can also follow me on Instagram using the handle below your screen, just so you'll know what sort of trips I'll be taking before I publish any videos on YouTube. Similar to Qantas, Jetstar's Fly Well campaign saw the removal of in-flight magazines. Even the menu is now just a laminated single page, making it easy for sanitizing purposes. When COVID-19 hit and devastated the industry, Jetstar halted all in-flight card sales to minimize contact. Only passengers who had pre-purchased meals were served directly from the galley. However, I'm happy to report that as of July 2020, card sales has resumed and it seems like things are kinda sorta back to ops normal here. I always fly Jetstar with a max bundle to maximize points and status credits. Therefore, I had $15 to rate the card of whatever I wanted. I chose a bottle of water, hot chocolate, and a warm banana bread, which was fairly decent by the way. Flight time between Adelaide and Brisbane is roughly 2 hours 40 minutes from pushback to chokes, making it a rather leisurely flight to enjoy the service from this fantastic batch of crew. They were all eager to please with a smile. Given the horrible circumstances, I suppose they were just happy to be flying and working. After breakfast, it was time to explore the Flywell pack, which consisted of a single-use mask and 2 hand sanitizer wet wipes. Similar to Qantas, we were highly encouraged to mask up, but there was no enforcement to do so. Although, once we landed, everyone very obediently put them on. With little entertainment options, it was either to take a nap or to stare out of the window at the scenery outside. It was soon time to prepare for our arrival into Brisbane. I'm excited because it's been almost 20 years since my last visit to this city.
After almost 20 years, here am I back in Brisbane. I've landed at the domestic terminal for Qantas. The arrival process was pretty easy. A lot of complaints when COVID first started about how there was a backlog of passengers arriving with all the health screening procedures. It seems like it's been smoothened out a lot, and it didn't take me more than a minute to go through the health screening. We have to come prepared with a declaration pass that you have to apply before arriving in Queensland. Yeah, all was pretty smooth. The flight was good, crew was friendly. I'm actually quite full though. I had a meal at the lounge and I had something to eat on the plane, so now I'm heading into town for brunch with a friend. I'm not sure if I can eat some more. Yeah, so nice to be back in Brisbane after all this time. It's clear blue skies today. Weather is forecast to be wonderful. Low 30s, breezy Queensland weather. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my very short stay in Brisbane. And then tomorrow I fly back to Adelaide on Qantas in business class. So look forward to that report, alright? So in the meantime, if all of you are traveling, wherever you're going to, stay safe, wash your hands and make sure you're socially distancing, alright? I'll see you again soon. Bye!